Today I'll be answering 2 questions I received mostly from foreigners, but also from some locals after we moved up to our land here in Ronda, in Cebu, Philippines. And the question number 1 is, why did you leave Norway to live like this? Let me first show you what like this actually means. This is it, guys. That's what everybody talking about. A foreigner who lives like this. Why? Let me just show you and we talk more about it after. Our bed. TV can be pulled out. Comes wife included, very nice. Bamboo kitchen, microwave, oven. Kitchen, a fridge, office. This is how we shower. Washing machine, toilet on the other side. That's how I live, guys. That's what people are wondering about, and let's talk about it. But first, let me show you another thing. Oh, that's our storage unit. Actually, I read a comment this morning that a Philippine woman, like in her 60s, bullying Jessa. Oh my God, how can you live there? Not even windows. Jesus Christ, it's a storage unit. Yeah, this is where our terrace comes. Month or 2. I don't know if you see it in the video. Straight down to the ocean and until the island on the other side. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Let me take you to the other side. We have a view here too, which of course we don't have now. But I mean, this is the view on the other side. A little heads up here. These walls are obviously coming down because not a permanent solution. This is a future balcony. People need to pay attention. And when we talk later in the video, know that this is where the actual house is coming. But for now, people are right. That's how I live. Let's talk about it. Here is my reasons. Number 1, I am a simplistic man. I prefer the simple pleasures in life. I have a place to sleep. I have a relaxing place to watch TV. Not gonna lie, guys, this is quite nice. My office chair, very easy to just drag it out in the living room. And the fan going on there. It is as hot as it gets here in the Philippines this time of year. And it's perfect because we're in the mountain. We have wind everywhere and we have wind coming in from the roof. As designed to do. TV is turnable, so I mean, cool. We were supposed to put the table over on the other side. Decided against it because we could just flip the TV over anyways. Jessa sitting there. Jessa so famous now that she's used sunglasses inside even, no matter how dark. That's how famous she thinks she is now. I am herself much. Hey babe, you're there. No joke though, my wife is kind of a little bit famous there. My boy enjoying some ice candy, huh? Oh, lucky you. Bribed by mama to behave, huh? Wow. Best parent of ours goes to the doll family? Not? Anyways, that's what I wanted to show you. It is pretty comfortable life. Even if most people wouldn't live like this. I love it. Also, I actually am surrounded by my wife and my kid 24/7 as we both work from anywhere with an internet connection. That's a bonus for you, huh? Number 2, the house where we used to live before, it was a 5-bedroom house. Before that we lived in a freaking mansion. Like, just check my older videos so you will see it. Before that again, we lived in anything from nice condos with gardens, huge swimming pools, clubhouses, to living in a bamboo shack far off the beaten path, building a small cabin in Ginatilan Mountain, stuff like that. We've been living pretty much anywhere. We've been living on the beach, we've been living up in a mountain, in the cities, little bit here, there and everywhere. We did not choose this place without knowing what we wanted. I have lived pretty much every scenario here in the Philippines, and I have never been happier than we've been a little bit off the beaten path, living a little bit more simplistic lifestyle. Reason number 3, I know what happiness means to me. For me, it's a stress-free life, having some privacy, have a nice view in a tropical location, but without all the annoying mosquitoes. Pretty much exactly like the land I live on now. The reason I seek a tropical locations for the rest of my life is due to health issues where cold weather becomes very painful over time. Number 4, no more debt ever in my life. I get stressed out by debt, and also it makes everything cost so much more with the high interests these days, especially here in the Philippines. We live in this temporary home until we have saved up enough from our salaries to build our 120 square meter house, or main house. And we expect we need to save our salaries for 4, 5, 6 months, something around there, before we start building the main house. To sum it up, I do not care what you need to be happy. I care about what I need to be happy. In fact, if I were alone, without a wife and kids, I would probably just have built a 30-40 square meter house with a big balcony, as I really don't need anything else. The only reason we build bigger is because my wife and my kid, they need the space, not me, they do. Not coffee, juice, grape juice. Tastes great. I have honestly, guys, never been happier in my life than I am right now. I am where I am meant to be, and I am so grateful to be able to experience my biggest dreams, my goals in life unfolding before my very eyes. Very few people are given this opportunity, and I know my dream life is far from what most people seek, but it is, after all, my life and my dream, not anyone else's. The next one I get is foreigners telling me how stupid I am for building in the Philippines. This is not my land, I can never own the land here, and Jessa can throw me off the property at any time she chooses to, and I am wasting my money. Let's deal with that next, shall we? I have actually touched that in my last video about the racist Norwegian woman and the video before that, but I'm gonna touch it really quick here too, just because it's something I get asked a lot, or not asked, told a lot in comments and in private messages and pretty much everywhere from foreigners. This is only mostly, at least, from foreigners. Let me address this one. Let me make one thing very, very clear. I have not bought this land with my money at all. Jessa has paid for the whole land. She paid 350k for this land. She paid everything. She paid this land. We do have a Dahl's family Facebook page together, which I am having like 30% cut. She has 70% because she's putting up the good content there. I'm sharing my content, share it around and manage it. It's our project, but she gets more money than me from it. I, however, have not taken my 30% cut since we started with the whole house thing. I paid, I would say, so far, about 1/3 of the build so far, and all the bills on the land, like blueprints, taxes. I think you pay like 10% taxes or something like when you transfer the land to your name, and then it's a lot of bills when you buy a land. I think it's gonna end up in like 150,000 in total. I may be paying like 50,000 of that. Jessa takes care of the rest. We assume that the land with all paid bills, everything, is gonna be around 500,000. We're almost done with everything. We're obviously gonna be done with all of it before we build the main house, but all important is already done. We're waiting for some papers, couple of more bills to pay, and we're good to go. That means, people, that my wife, probably when we're finished here, I assume between 2.5 to 3 million. I have no idea, but let's say 3 million to make it easy. I did that in my last video. So I'm gonna pay like 1 million pesos in total. Jessa gonna pay 2 million pesos in total. That is like 18,000 pesos for, no, 18,000 US dollar or 200,000 Norwegian for me, and the rest for Jessa. I mean, if I put 200,000 Norwegian or 1 million pesos into this, and I have lived here 3 years, that's all worth the money. Like, seriously, that's very cheap for enjoying a place like this already. But of course, we're not gonna split up after 3 years. I'm gonna enjoy this for as long as I want to enjoy it, until we eventually move from here. If we ever do. Probably will at some point, but not in a long time yet. Which means, if Jessa leaves me, I'm not gonna tell her to pay back or anything like that. Couldn't care less. She just take the place. I can manage my own. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big amount of money. Anyways, they also say I can't own land and I should never build. So for me, this is not an issue because I'm not the main payer on this. I am not concerned at all. Yes, buddy. I'm calling for daddy in there. So sad, I'm busy. I'm coming soon, little man. Buddy. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, Papa's here. Yeah, but for other people that are in a situation where, not as lucky as me, where the wife actually have money, actually make more money than themselves. If you're not in that situation, if you're the one to pay everything, you can still have land in the Philippines. It's not really that hard. Come on. All you have to do is you buy the land in your wife's name, you make a long-term lease, longer than you're gonna live. So if you're 60 years old, you make a 40-year-old lease where you pay 10,000 pesos a year, and the 1 year you don't pay, that lease is broken. As long as you pay your 10,000 pesos every year, that land and everything that built on that land is yours until you die or the lease is up. Very incredibly simple. And that is completely legal. Just check it out. That way you don't own it, but you lease it longer than you're gonna live anyway. And I don't understand why people build 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 US dollar houses. Like me and Jessa's house here, if 3 million pesos, how much is that in US? I don't even know. It's 600,000 or so like 50,000, 55,000 pesos. Yeah. That's how much our house is gonna cost. And if 3 million is 55,000 US dollar, I mean, that's probably gonna be most of the things inside of the house too. Because we're building a very simplistic style house. We paid, for this we built so far on the infrastructure on the land, we paid 70,000 Norwegian, 300 something thousand pesos, 360,000 pesos I think, for the building things so far. It's not really expensive here, guys. The thing is, we don't need design. We need strong, sturdy design. Don't care about simplistic design, strong for typhoon. Obviously, we're gonna have a very much stronger roof for the main house than we have for our balconies and laundry room and storage units. But those roofs, they're dirt cheap to rebuild. That's that. That's those questions. To sum it all up, living a bit off the grid and at the same time a 15-minute drive down to the nearest town, 25-minute drive to Molbal, a famous tourist destination with malls, beaches, restaurants and everything you need just around the corner. It's kind of amazing. At the same time, we're only like 3 hours from Cebu City. It's not really that far off the grid. It just feels like it when you come up here, but then you drive and you're close to people again. My wife is pretty famous and popular here in the Philippines. So much so that we get stopped for photos all the time, even while eating at a restaurant, or traveling into other countries even. Wherever we go, people recognize her. China, first thing happened when we went off the airline was a laundry woman washing, recognizing her. Germany, going to the first mall we're at there, like 3 people stopping us. Like, what? And in Norway, happens everywhere. I can't believe it, but it is like that. Living like that makes the whole privacy aspect of our land in Rwanda even more appealing, as we can choose when to relax and when to be available to our amazing followers and to Jessa's loyal fans. We are actually living our dream. To you, it might seem like a sad life, but to us, it's absolutely everything. And remember, the buildings you see us living in now are a balcony temporarily walled in to serve as our room and our future laundry room. That's where I have the computer and the fridge. Our actual house is a 120 square meter building plus toilet and shower, and is yet to be built. Thanks to me here in the piggery, the old piggery. On that bombshell, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. If you liked it, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell for notifications when new content is up. Follow me on Facebook, and if you like my content, take the time to like, share and comment on my videos on YouTube and Facebook for that algorithm feeding. It helps me out a bunch. Also, take advantage of my 100% free website, earthoftomorrow.com,